So I saw this headline from Archie Manning, and he says, Arch will not turn pro next season. He'll be at Texas for the next 2 years. Yeah, that's what you have to say. If he beats Ohio State and Columbus, wins the Heisman or doesn't, and gets into the national championship game, it would be really bad business to stay in college. And I know almost every Manning pretty well. They're good at business. And they say the right thing when they have to.
He's an idiot.
Are you hearing yourself, Colin Cowherd? Let's be realistic and pump the brakes. Stop overhyping Arch Manning. This is Sports Guy talking that you guys are watching and listening to. I am Dustin Tran, your host, as I am here today to talk about why Arch Manning is prepared to not enter the 2026 NFL Draft. His granddad, Archie Manning, has already declared Arch Manning to not have plans for entering the 2026 NFL Draft. However, Colin Cowherd is choosing to listen to his own desires instead of listening to somebody who actually has an insider's knowledge about Arch Manning. Before I say anything else, though, I want to present you guys with a topic question. So, here it is. Are you surprised Arch Manning has little interest in declaring for the 2026 NFL Draft? No, I am not. I've been saying this since day one. There is no way Arch Manning is going to declare for the 2026 NFL Draft unless if he has a 2019 Joe Burrow type of season times 10. Basically, there was no shot for Arch Manning to enter the 2026 NFL Draft. You look at history and it tells you a clear pattern. The Mannings do not declare early. They didn't even do it in an era where players were not even getting paid at the college level. Arch Manning is getting paid NIL money, and you really think Arch Manning is going to hop into the NFL Draft as soon as he can? Please, give me a break. Arch Manning is a good football player, but he has not started a full season in college football. In fact, you look at how the best quarterbacks in the NFL, they usually have 2 seasons of experience instead of 1 season of experience at the college level, which tells me Arch Manning is here for development. If Arch Manning wanted to just get the money as quick as possible, he would have already left Texas. He wouldn't have sat 2 years behind Quinn Ewers, all right? And he obviously saw how Quinn Ewers fell all the way to the 7th round because he wasn't willing to take an $8 million NIL deal to go play at another college, mainly because he wanted to keep his legacy intact at Texas. Quinn Ewers was loyal to a T, and look at where it got him. It got him drafted in the 7th round. Arch Manning realizes that, hey, I don't need to rush the process and hurry to get into the NFL just to make extra money when I already come from a family that is wealthy. You look at how Peyton Manning, Hall of Famer, Eli Manning, future Hall of Famer. These are 2 guys that went number 1 overall, and those are both of his uncles. Obviously, Cooper Manning has a little bit of money himself. He runs a pretty successful business, and of course, his grandfather, Archie Manning, was a former NFL starter, so money is not going to be an issue for Arch Manning. The only thing the Manning family cares about right now is proper development. At the NFL level, you don't really get development, so why rush to the NFL when you're not ready to be a day 1 starter? And I find it hilarious that certain media members believe Arch Manning is going to be a superstar from day 1. Do I believe Arch Manning has the tools to become a superstar quarterback? Absolutely, but to expect Arch Manning to walk in there and become 2019 Joe Burrow without any development is absolutely insane. Colin Cowherd is getting way ahead of himself. I also want to show you guys this clip of Colin Cowherd comparing the Arch Manning situation to the Cooper Flag situation. Of course, it is taken out of context. It is an apples to oranges comparison. It's not really the same thing. Despite that, though, Colin Cowherd is trying to use that comparison to fit his narrative of Arch Manning. Roll the film.
The Manning family is American football royalty. So this is exactly what you say. Cooper Flag said it. Oh, Duke. And then he talked to Nike, and then you're the number 1 pick, and here's 56 large. I love Duke so much. I'll go visit when they play Carolina if I have time. Arch Manning, if he's as good as I think he is, he's got to go pro.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Yeah, not the same thing. For starters, they're totally different sports. In basketball, you only play one season before going to the NBA if you're an NBA ready-made prospect, because there's less to learn about professional basketball compared to professional football. Very rarely do you see a quarterback have 13 starts in college football and then end up becoming a successful NFL quarterback. Now, granted, some quarterbacks, they go ahead and do that because they need to get the NFL money as quick as possible, but Arch Manning doesn't need to do that. And more importantly, the Manning family has established a clear pattern of never declaring for the NFL draft early. And if that wasn't clear enough for the people that have been saying for Arch Manning to declare for the 2026 NFL draft, how about his granddad stating that his grandson will not even enter the NFL draft? How clear can it get? Unless Arch Manning wins a national championship, throws for over 5,000 yards, wins a Heisman Trophy, and goes undefeated at Texas, there is no way Arch Manning is going to declare for the 2026 NFL draft. And also remember that the 2026 NFL draft class is filled with quarterbacks. This is going to be a quarterback-heavy class. There's Lenore Sellers, who might be a future #1 overall pick. There's also Garrett Nussmeier, a potential #1 overall pick. There's also Cade Klubnik in play. He could be a potential first-round pick. Also, don't forget about Drew Allar. I'm not high on Drew Allar, but he is Penn State's quarterback, and he does have talk of being a future first-round quarterback. So there's already 4 guys who have potential to be a future first-round pick. So in the case of Arch Manning, no, it's not in his best interest to declare for the 2026 NFL draft. The Manning family is giving the correct advice to Arch Manning. Don't enter the 2026 NFL draft unless you have the greatest season ever in college football history, which is not going to happen. Arch Manning is a good football player, but he's not a great football player, at least not as we are speaking right now. He has the potential to be a Justin Herbert type of player, but even Justin Herbert needed years of development at the college level in order to reach the potential that he did in the NFL. Arch Manning is not ready for the NFL right now. He's not some ready-made prospect set and ready to go in the NFL. All right, Arch Manning is still a guy that still needs to work on some of his footwork. Arch Manning still needs to work on some of his accuracy and being able to feel out pressure in the pocket. I'm not saying Arch Manning is a bad quarterback. In fact, I'm very high on Arch Manning. But what I am saying about Arch Manning is he's not ready for the NFL just yet. Let the guy be a kid and let him actually develop at the college level. Football is not the same thing as basketball, and Colin Cowherd needs to realize that Arch Manning needs a lot more development before becoming a top-level prospect in the 2026 NFL draft, which, by the way, it's not going to happen. 2027 should be the draft target for Arch Manning, not 2026. I'm glad his granddad, Archie Manning, is giving his grandson good advice. I wish more family members went ahead and did this for their prospects, but hey, it is what it is, though. Arch Manning, it seems like he's in good hands for success in life and in football. I'm excited to see what Arch Manning will do in 2025. Appreciate a potential future great quarterback. So that is why I am not surprised Arch Manning has little interest in declaring for the 2026 NFL draft, as each of the Manning family members have never declared for the NFL draft early. Remember, go ahead and subscribe to Sports Guy Talking. Like the video and please comment down below. If you guys do that, I may shout you guys out in my Instagram story every Monday. That will be for the @DustinNashTran Instagram account. Make sure to follow me on Instagram @DustinNashTran and Sports Guy Talking. Also, go follow me on Twitter @DustinNashTran. Again, go ahead and do those things that I just told you guys to go do. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the content that was just produced. Peace out. I hope you enjoyed that video. Want more Sports Guy Talking, the home of great sports content? Make sure you click that subscribe button to get the latest from Sports Guy Talking. Go ahead and like the video, comment down below, check the description box on the video in order to follow my Instagram and Twitter. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from the YouTube channel, Sports Guy Talking.